Howdy babes, it's October, which means it's time to get ready for Halloween, which some of us, like myself, have been doing all year round. But I've still been getting the itch to get those cozy vibes, even though it's 100 degrees outside. So before I unveil my haul for Cozy October, which is a fragrance haul. Ooh. I am going to show you the footage of where I got these and some other new releases that were at stores like Five Below, Ross, and other places where you can get really good deals, but in a price range where we can still feed ourselves. So my whole haul was under $25. So here's the footage of what I got and where I got it.
First stop was Ross. They had a lot of new body sprays, and I've been more impressed with their body spray selection than I have their perfume selection lately. They had a lot of these bodycology ones, but the price was about the same as Amazon, so I didn't pick any of those up. They had Ariana Grande, Kenneth Cole, the Viva La Juicy Rosé, and also Finery, which was more of a perfume than a body spray, according to Target. I was surprised to see that they had a Lataffa body spray. They had a lot of that Banana Republic one, didn't smell that great. The Bodycology one, same price as Amazon. Next stop was Five Below. Lots of inspired by fragrances here, including the Sabrina Carpenter Sweet Tooth in the caramel, the original, and the cherry. Then they also had Raya, which I believe is supposed to be like Lataffa's Yara. And then we have our Ariana Grande inspired by fragrances. That line for them at Five Below is called Adriana. Some Kim Kardashian inspired ones, Ellis Brooklyn inspired, Britney Spears inspired, Unknown. And I believe that's Kim Kardashian inspired, more Ariana Grande inspired, Carolina Herrera Good Girl inspired, Donna Born and Roma Valentino inspired. Are you getting tired of me and saying inspired? Some Ellis Brooklyn dupes. Don't love the bottle, but that Serena one smelled really good, very vanilla. And here are the ones they had at Target, the new ones. They had these ones plus a pumpkin one. Here are the notes on the back. If you wanted to read them, knock yourself out. And then the pumpkin pie one that they had. Here are the notes for that.
Drum roll, please. Ta-da! So I ended up getting sparkly cider. Let's see if you can see that. I don't know. I hope you can. Cider Hair and Body Mist by Aeropostale. This was the most expensive one from Ross, and this was $7.99. Ooh, but I had store credit. Okay, the next one is Golden Caramel. And I believe this is an inspired fragrance by Ellis Brooklyn. I got this from Five Below because the perfumes are all $5. Some of them are excellent dupes. Some of them I like better than the real ones. Yes, they don't have quite the strength that the real ones do, but for $5, you can get like 5 of them and it's still not even the price of half of the original expensive ones. So this one's inspired by Ellis Brooklyn's Queen's Caramel. And I smelled it in the store. Hopefully it smells as good now. Sometimes they need a little bit of time to macerate, as the influencers say, and get a little more robust. And then Target, okay, sidebar, I don't like shopping at Target because of some of their practices. And Target has some new body sprays, and I don't like shopping at Target. I only go there maybe once every 6 months because of reasons I'm not going to get into here because this is supposed to be a little bit more lighthearted video. But in my once in 6 months trip, which also ended up being terrible because all their registers broke down, that was just a hot mess. So again, I probably won't be going back to Target another 6 months, which is probably too much business to be giving them. But I am a sucker for $5 body sprays. And they had a line I showed you in the video, and they had different ones. We had cashmere cozy, maple pecan, and toasted s'mores. They also had a couple more, also shown in the video already. And these were the 3 that I really liked in the store. So I'm going to smell them again to see if I still like them. Let's smell these. Oh, I forgot to say, I restocked on my Forbidden Cherry from Five Below from their brand Vale. Now this I've heard is inspired by Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, which I've never tried that one, I don't think. So let's try the sparkly cider. Now a lot of these, they're ones that I wouldn't wear until it got cooler out, but they're so autumn inspired. This one smells so much like when you go into like a Bath & Body Works in the fall and they have all their cinnamon and pumpkin and all of those fall types of scents and candles. Almost reminds me of their pumpkin pecan waffles, the Bath & Body Works pumpkin pecan waffles, but with a little bit more cinnamon and with a bit of apple. And it's really hard for me to find a good apple that's not like straight up Jolly Rancher apple. Yeah, baby. So anyway, that was sparkly cider, Aeropostale, which I'm not a fan of the store really. It's not really my vibe. But for cinnamon apple, this is for cinnamon sprinkle baked apple fizzy cider, which I totally get from this. It's completely worth it. Now, golden caramel I really liked in the store. I'm going to open it up off camera and we'll see if I still like it. Okay, here's our box again, front, back. It has the notes on the side of maple, caramel, and honey. And as I've said in my other video, I love a honey accord. Some people don't like it. It's one of those ones that, okay, this is hard to get out. It's one of those notes and fragrances that can be polarizing. Some people really hate honey. I really like honey, again, as long as it's done well. It's so pretty for $5. That's another reason it's like, well, if you don't like it, the bottle looks nice. So here's the bottle. I hope you can see it. I hope the camera can pick it up. The bottle, I don't know if you can tell, but the top is orange and then it's an ombre to like this pink color and it's so, so pretty. Okay, so let's see if I like it as much as I did in the store. One problem was in the store, the one that they had for the tester, the atomizer was broken, so I am a little concerned about if that's going to survive, but if I'm careful, it should be fine. Ooh. It does have the strong alcohol scent from it being a new bottle, but what I noticed, even with more expensive perfumes, that once they get older, the alcohol kind of chills out a little bit. But even with that, this is better than a lot of the dupes from like the Arab houses. It's not super strong right now, but I'm not minding it. It's very nutty. Caramelly. I smell the maple syrup, but it's not too strong. I think this needs time to mature, but it's still totally worth $5. I think compared to some of them that I've had that are like the $40, $50 ones in a similar vein, I would say, and then Alice Brooklyn, I think theirs are, I don't know how much they are now. I know at Ross you can get them for around $20 for the larger size of the older scents, but it's totally worth it for $5. Okay, so that was golden caramel. I'll move this out of the way. Okay, so now on to the body sprays. So Cozy Cashmere says it has notes of
woody sandalwood, creamy vanilla, and rich amber.
Now, I love sandalwood. And when I smelled this in the store, that's pretty much all I could smell. So I'm gonna do this one first since TBH, this wasn't the most kind of fall inspired, autumn inspired one. Ooh, I might have to sneeze though. I love sandalwood. This one you could definitely wear in the summer still. So this one's kind of perfect Augtober because the sandalwood, it could be either. You know, you can have sandalwood in the summer. When you layer it with something with coconut, it can smell very beachy. Or you could put it with something a little bit more robust like a caramel, and then it smells more fall winter. I think this might also be another one that isn't a safe blind buy. Sandalwood can be very polarizing to some people's noses. I think more so than a honey accord. I think between these two, this one's probably a safer blind buy, but as far as the complexity of the scent and the quality, I think this one's a little bit better. So again, that was Cashmere Cozy. Yeah, some people say that sandalwood can smell like pickles, and to me it doesn't smell like pickles, but I also like pickles, so there's that. All right, let's do maple pecan next. Actually, I take that back. Let's do toasted s'mores, because from what I remember, the maple pecan was more of a beast mode one. So we're gonna do toasted s'mores. She's so pretty. Now, not as strong as the Cashmere Cozy, but the toasted s'mores, you definitely get like a vanilla accord. There's not as much marshmallow, because I know we've all had marshmallow coming out of our ears with all the inspired by Yum Bougie marshmallow and all of those. But this one, I kind of like the fact that the marshmallow is just jamming with the other scents. So this one has notes of sweet marshmallow, chocolate, and warm vanilla. I'm not getting too much of the chocolate. There's something else in there, but it's still really pretty. It's a really pretty scent. I actually think you might be able to layer these two, and I think the softness of the toasted s'mores might balance out some of the sharpness in the cozy cashmere. You can wear cozy cashmere on your own, because I like it. I would do it. I'd be like, take it or leave it. That's what I'm gonna smell like. All right, last one, maple pecan. Okay, so what's interesting, when I smelled this in the store, it smelled much more pecan. That's really interesting, because now it smells much more like kind of caramelly. I guess it's the maple. That's very interesting, which makes me wonder if I grabbed the wrong one, because a lot of them look very similar. There was the pumpkin one too, but the pumpkin one I couldn't really smell very much. It also could be because my nose is getting overload from everything I've been smelling. But that one might need to mature a little bit again, because when I smelled the one in the store that had been open, all that I could smell practically was the pecan. It really was like smelling pecan pie. So she's gonna have to mature a little bit, but right now it's smelling like caramel with just a hint of the pecan. Okay, so out of these 5, I'll do another video with all my cherry perfumes, and I'll include the forbidden cherry, but for now I'm just rating these 5, and I'm not going to rate them with a number, but I'm just going to say that my favorite 2 are both ends of the spectrum, both very different, which is the sparkly cider, which just straight up smells like fall. It smells like cider, apple, caramel, pie, the whole 9 yards, without the whole pie crust, because I don't really like it when perfumes have more of a cookie or doughy kind of accord, because it can come off kind of yeasty, and I don't think anybody really wants to smell yeasty. So this is like the apple pie without the crust. It's just like the whole filling, very cinnamony, very appley. So that's my really expensive one that was $8 whole. And then I think my other favorite is the Cashmere Cozy, again, because I'm a sandalwood freak, and that's pretty much straight up sandalwood with a little bit of vanilla and a little bit maybe of spice in the background, but mostly it's sandalwood. But these are all really sweet, really yummy, and for these ones being $5 a pop, you can't really go wrong. So that was my Augtober haul. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Love ya.